What we have here is what is called the RediRack profile, and it's the 4-inch wide post. Typically it comes in 3 gauges, but the most common gauge is 13 gauge, or otherwise known as 0.090 inches thick. Here we have the original profile for RediRack 3 1/4 by 2 profile. Very much the same, except it's widened up a little bit over here on the 4-inch. More commonly used in the United States of America is what we call the teardrop profile. And this teardrop profile is pretty much the exact same rolled shape as we have here on the RediRack 4-inch post, including the groove up the middle. Let me talk about the beam connector for the RediRack. It has a spring clip safety pin, which is replaceable. In addition to that, we have a hole here and a hole here, which will accept a 3/8 self-tapping bolt. I'll demonstrate in a minute how easy this is to install. One of the unique features here is that both these holes are offset so that the bolt comes up against the side of these holes in the post, providing additional fixity and increasing the ultimate strength of the RediRack bracket. Also, on this particular bracket, which is the opposite side to the CWE bracket, is a 3-digit code which tells us the version of the beam, the yield strength of the beam section, and the year of manufacture. We have done everything we can to comply with the requirements of CSA standards and to make this beam and this rack fully identifiable to its manufacturer. And also on the post we have a similar stamping on increments of approximately 12 inches. The teardrop post comes in a 3-inch dimension as well as the 4-inch, but our primary focus is on the 4-inch. The 4-inch is used where we require greater strength, and often we find ourselves using the 4-pin connection bracket when we're trying to achieve that greater strength. The bracket also comes with a spring clip and is a very reliable traditional connection in the United States. Where the demand did not require the larger bracket, a 3-pin connection is used. The RediRack post is different than the typical and the original RediRack post. These holes here have a taper so that they are allowed to narrow so that it can fully grasp onto these flutes or tabs that are on the bracket. While at the same time, this post can accept RediRack beams from prior manufacturing methods. The same goes for the beam bracket. It also will fit on conventional RediRack posts that have been around for 40 or more years. All of these connections have been fully tested by our engineers.